Hello everyone, my name is Sue. The topic I'll be presenting on is stress in the workplace. To define what stress is in general, it is a physiological or inner psychological reaction that is respond to the changes in threatening events, which is also known as stressor. And worker stress is the one that one is perceived to be threatening in work environment. Some of the physiological signs include arousal, such as an increased heart or respiratory rates, or increase in blood pressure and sweating. Some of the psychological reaction to stress include feeling anxiety, fear, or frustration. For the real life problem, I'll be talking about my previous work. I used to work at Boba in Dessert Cafe store. I work 9-hour night shift alone to the closing time. Some of the required tasks include managing POS machine, taking orders, making drinks, shave ice, serving dessert. When it coming closer to a closing shift, I will put pastry into each individual bag, wash the bread trays, clean coffee machine, shave ice machine. I also have to sweep the floors, wipe the table, and manage the flow of customer orders. Because I work night shift alone, most of the stressful time is when the group of customers come in while under the time constraint of I having to finish the closing shift task. So I have to pause everything while I have to take orders of customers and make the drinks for them. And then once they're gone, I have to rush to finish the closing shift task, so which was very stressful. And moving on to the stress on textbook, there are two types of stress. Situational stress arise from the factors that happen around our lives, environment. Dispositional stress arise from individual personal characteristics about themselves. In situational stress, there is a work task stressor. It is one of the common stress is work overload. It results when the job requires excessive work speed, output, or concentration. Another work task stressor is underutilization. It happens when the worker's skills and knowledge are not fully utilized by the job, or if the job doesn't use their work-related abilities, or when the jobs are boring. The worker can feel stressed about that. Individual dispositional stress have two types, type A and hardiness type. Type A personality are the person who is very competitive at work, has excessive drive, impatient, hostility, and they are always seeking for a job with heavy responsibility. Those people are more prone to develop stress-related disease. Meanwhile, the hardiness people are more resilient to the stress, which means they experience less stress and better at coping with stress. Some of the effects on worker stress are when they constantly experiencing high stress, they can risk people in developing heart diseases, depression, anxiety, and chronic disease. Stress can also affect poor performance, job burnout, also can lead to increased worker turnover rate and absenteeism. And I found out based on my research finding is about the purpose of the study was to investigate young workers' attitude and stress in their work environment and implement a coping intervention to see if it helps in reducing the stress level. It is the experimental study. Um, the independent variable is intervention, which is Teen Resilient, also known as TR training program to help with personal stress management, teamwork, work and work-life balances. Dependent variable is the stress in restaurant work. Under the method column, they collected 947 participants in 28 restaurants. The research is a cluster randomized trial for they basically have control group and the test group. For a control group, they just have 14 restaurants, and then for tested group, they put TR training program, placed it in 14 restaurants. And they also collected survey 2 weeks before training, and they also follow up after 6 months and also after 12 months. For the results, survey shows that excessive workload, busy shifts are one of the most common costs and stress that they're feeling. Other stress include hostile coworkers, inconsistent supervisor, personal, financial, and relationship issues. The study also shows that the worker who received the TR program have decreased stress level and also decreases in their resilient when they face stressful experiences. Some of the possible solutions are for the organizational coping strategy. They could hire more people to work at night, which will really help out and can balance the workload. And then the supervisors and can also appreciate worker with rewards, and they can also reward with incentive, like for example, um, treating them out. And some of the individual coping strategy is they can come up with relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or play music while they work, as in they can play some music that they like for the whole store to reduce their stress and tensions. Thank you for watching.